I'll get it tomorrow.
Guys, yeah.
I think I can make it home. I'll get it tomorrow.
I've got probably 30 miles of fuel still in my car. Well, these guys only get about 4 miles to the gallon, so it's going through quite a bit of gas.
Yeah, and you stretch that for a day. You're like, I don't want to stop and get for a day. Worrying about that fuel gauge. These guys are racing for the Brickyard 400 trophy.
And what makes it difficult when you figure fuel mileage in a big track is laps per gallon. Well, every lap is 2.5 miles. That's a big window. I'm telling you, they're down to the fraction, man. We're going to run out at 159.15. I mean, now you're at this fractions of a lap.
Calculators going crazy on the pit boxes right now with all the engineers.
And Kyle Busch, we've talked again, high drag, high drag, high drag. The position he's in right now, he has the least amount of drag on his car as perhaps anybody in the top 5. He's very close to the 78 of Truex. That's right where he wants to be. If he can stay close to him, there's no air on his car. That's how you save the most fuel. The question is, can you stay close to him and not use too much fuel trying to do it? That's what all these drivers are having to juggle.
When your money is spread across multiple accounts, it's hard to see. When your money is spread across multiple accounts, it's hard to see your full financial picture. You can count on Credit Karma to bring it all together. Because when you connect your accounts, you'll reveal new ways to save more, improve spending habits, and pay down debt with extra funds. The more you connect, the more we show you how to grow your money. Download Intuit Credit Karma to get started. Putting in work to redeem your credit card points shouldn't feel like another job. Cards Optimizer from Intuit Credit Karma puts your points in one place and shows you what they're worth, so you can unlock more of what you want. And compare the best redemption options from airline miles to cash back to transfers, so you can make every point travel further. An upgrade from uncertainty to first class. Download the app to get started. Fighting through forms for new car insurance rates can take forever. You can count on Credit Karma to speed things up, because Credit Karma shows you personalized rates from top providers without the extra legwork, so you can get to the coverage you need to get started. Download Intuit Credit Karma to get started. When shopping for personal loans, because Credit Karma uses your credit profile to show you real offers with clear terms without hurting your credit scores. No smoke, no mirrors, just personalized rates. Download Intuit Credit Karma to get started. When shopping for personal loans, bait and switch rates can be deceiving. You can count on Credit Karma to help you find more accurate rates, because Credit Karma uses your credit profile to show you real offers with clear terms without hurting your credit scores. No smoke, no mirrors, just personalized rates. Download Intuit Credit Karma to get started.
Gordon races to his inside. They touch at the stripe. It's Harvick.
The 2001 season is one I'll never forget.
It doesn't get much better than this. And Earnhardt carrying an American flag around the racetrack.
Now you can relive it race by race, week by week.
And Jeff Gordon has locked up the championship.
From the moments that tested us to the moments that brought us together. Relive the 2001 NASCAR Cup Series season on the NASCAR channel. Wow.
Mark Martin alongside Dale Earnhardt.
4 wins in a row.
I feel like I've got it all right now.
There's nothing like winning races.
The last pit stop for Brad Keselowski, 108, 13 laps different from the guys behind him. Kevin Harvick, Carl Edwards, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr. all in the top 5. Keselowski will have to come back to pit road.
And he's not going to be the only one. Even the cars that pitted at lap 121 are short on fuel. Some think they can maybe make it get close. But there's a lot of cars up there that are going to have to come to pit road. But the 2 is definitely going to have to pit, aren't they, Mike?
you know, definitely might be a strong word, Steve, but I would think there's a high probability he has to come down pit road. They did have one run at one point this afternoon where they went 49 laps on a fuel run, so they are getting very good fuel mileage. But by my calculations, that also had 5 laps of caution during that period of time as well. If they were able to get 49 laps, that would still only bring them to, I think, what, lap 156. So certainly Brad would have to save a lot of fuel in order to not have to stop.
Just 22 laps to go now as he crossed the yard of bricks. 21 laps remaining in the Brickyard 400. Kyle Busch won the Xfinity race yesterday. Now he's in the 4th position. Here's what they had to say on the radio just moments ago.
The leaders are running each other hard. Just keep being smart and saving. That's how we're going to win this thing. You're good with that, right, Adam? Just manage the gap to Joey, whatever we're doing here? Absolutely. Keep doing that. That's what we got to do. All right. Simple. Just wanted to make sure that's the plan.
Manage the gap to Joey. What that means is I'm the spotter. I'm going to be watching the car behind you. I'm going to tell you how far that car is behind you. All I want you to do is if we're a second ahead, I want you to be a second ahead. I don't want you to be 1.4 seconds, 1.5 seconds. I want you to maintain that pace so we don't burn any more fuel. Steve, one thought. We have seen Edwards all day long be able to stretch the fuel more than everybody else. Does he run hard here? Make Kevin Harvick run harder than he wants to. Make Kevin Harvick try to run more fuel because the 19 of Carl Edwards has shown all day better fuel mileage. Try to put the 4 in a position they don't want to be in.
Absolutely. Joe Gibbs Racing not only has fast cars all running very well, Edwards in 3rd, Kyle Busch in 4th, Hamlin in 7th. They also are getting great fuel mileage, and that's uncomfortable as a competitor when the competitors you're going against are getting both. You see here 3rd, 4th, 7th, and 10th, and a caution on the racetrack.
Debris on the backstretch brings the caution out for the 6th time today at the Brickyard. The first one was debris on the backstretch. And this time it looks like part of a tire potentially on the backstretch back up against the wall. Now this helps everyone who came to pit road on lap 21. And there we see Trevor Bayne, a lot of tire rub. Free pass is going to the 9 of Sam Hornish Jr.
All right, crew chief. I'm just driving this thing. What are we going to do?
We're staying out. We've worked all day long. We've run 141 laps. We've come here all weekend long with the new aero package. We've done everything we can do to try to win this race, the Brickyard 400. There is no way I'm taking my car off the racetrack with 19 laps to go. We're going to stay on the racetrack, keep track position, and see how the air works.
Unless you're Brad Keselowski. He can't stretch it that far.
Brad Keselowski is definitely coming to pit road. The race, we've mentioned it before. Brad is the leader, but the race right now is between the 4 and the 19 and the 18.
The question, though, is how many people are coming? If a lot of people come to pit road and Brad can come out in front of those people, then it's not a big penalty for Brad. That's the big question. Who comes on pit road?
But here's the problem I have, Jeff. Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson, David Reagan, Boyer, Casey Mears, Casey Kane, all those guys pitted under green. They're staying out. That means if I come to pit road, I'm guaranteed to start no better than 9th or 10th. No way am I coming to pit road and we're going to restart 10th.
And once again, the 43, extensive damage to the right side. He had problems earlier, and then look here as the caution was thrown. He and Trevor Bayne not agreeing on the way things were going on the track. Bayne came down. Almirola not happy about it.
6 run over all power purpose here.
And then so much more damage. The right side tires went down for them. Brad Keselowski on pit road. Quite a few others are making their way to pit road. Mike?
And Paul Wolf not about to gamble. They're bringing the car down pit road. They're going to work on the right side tires. They're going to put 1 can of fuel in, now to the left side. That's all they need in terms of fuel. 4 tires and 1 can. Dave.
Matt Kenseth wanted more rear grip in the 20 car. That's why he gave up 10th position here at the Brickyard. He'll get 4 tires and Sunoco fuel, and they'll send him back out. Marty?
Jamie McMurray also taking advantage of this. He will pit as well. The car's been extremely loose for McMurray for much of the day. You see the 4-tire change. Dale Earnhardt Jr. also taking advantage of this as well. Greg Ives said, let me know who pit. They told him who was coming. He said, bring it on down pit road. They've made several big swings at the 88 car today that have actually made it better on pretty much every stop, taking a long time on that right rear, left rear for Dale Earnhardt Jr. You see Tony Stewart also on pit road at this point, one of the last cars on the lead lap, pitting from 25th. They take 4 tires for Stewart.
And interesting, what we saw there with the 88 team, the gun didn't work on the rear of the car, and so they can't go get another gun. They used the one on the front to be able to change the right rear of the 88, so it took a little bit longer on that pit stop.
And I'm really confused about people pitting at, guys that were at the end of the lead lap. I have no idea why you pit right there. I don't know why you don't stay out, get your track position. You know what? I mean, you're here to try to win the race,
right?
And you're pitting, and you have 0 chance to win the race. If you're at the tail end of the lead lap, stay out. Track position's huge. There's no reason not to stay out.
Got some great pictures of Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and our aerial coverage has been provided by our partners at Smithfield's Foods. A gorgeous afternoon. It was overcast to start the day. There was possibilities of drizzle that were going to be in the area. That stayed away, giving us the opportunity as we're coming back to the stripe. Just 17 laps to go as we hope to see them race to the green. 160 laps the scheduled distance. Quite a few of them hope that that's all they have to go. We have the possibility of 3 attempts at a green-white checker finish. If that happens, we're going to see guys run out of gas.
And I think as a crew chief, I just don't think you can worry about that. Rarely do we see 3 green-white checkers. I don't know if we've ever seen 3. So I always encourage my crew chief, hey, look, if we run out of fuel because of a green-white checker, so be it. I think you just got to race for this, for the checkered flag. You can't plan for something you don't know about. So if you're pushing it, go ahead and push it. Try to just to get to the checkered flag.
Well, Rick, Darian Grubb called this caution the great equalizer. He felt like they could push Kevin Harvick. Now you can't push so much. How do you think it's going to play out, Darian?
It's going to be interesting. We were hoping to really be able to push him out of fuel. We were in good shape to make it to the end. We're going to keep pushing here to get all we can get.
This is not nerve-wracking at all for a crew chief, is it?
Not anymore. We already made our bed. We're going to lie in it now.
All right. Obviously good on fuel now. They feel like Darian Grubb and Carl Edwards can get up there and maybe pressure Kevin Harvick for this win. Rick?
Yeah, the goal right now, get the win. If you can win at the Brickyard, a huge accomplishment in your career. But the big picture has to be looked at as well, the chase. As we get ready for the final 10 races of the season, we look at our chase grid, the cutoff point, Eric Almirola in 16th, and he has just had some severe damage to the right side of that car. He and Trevor Bayne not playing nicely on the track. Jeff Gordon, 12th, still looking for a win. 73 points in front of that 17th spot of Clint Boyer. And remember, always Kyle Busch. If he makes it into the top 30, he moves ahead of everyone based upon the points.
Yeah, and he's running 3rd right now, so that tells me that he's continuing to show speed, do what he needs to do to try to make the chase. Jeff Gordon, what's not the issue, but what makes this points battle so hard is a DNF or a poor run, the percentage of points you lose is drastic. So if Jeff Gordon ends up in 42nd today, he's only going to get 2 points for his effort. That's going to really bring him down the standings.
We've talked about strategy for the last probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or the whole race for that matter. But we're talking about winning strategy. There's also strategies of trying to get points. Let's look at the 31 of Ryan Newman. They started dead last, and they have used strategy to claw themselves up into 12th. Okay? They're not using that strategy to try to get a win. They're using that strategy because we just saw the grid. We just saw the people trying to make the chase. They're in 12th place. They haven't run 12th all day long. They haven't had the speed to run 12th. But the crew chief, the team, all those guys together, they've used that strategy to get him in 12th because it's so important to make the chase, and that's what that team's doing.
Let's go down to Kelly Stavist.
With Dave Rogers, crew chief on the 11, and when Denny came and pitted last time, you said you were 5 laps short. How much can he push now?
I think these cautions get us in our window. I think the FedEx Toyota Camry can make it to the end. Now we're going to turn Denny loose, see if we got enough speed to race these guys.
All right, thank you, Dave. He's 6th right now, Marty.
Kelly, let's chat with the other JGR crew chief in this mix, and Adam Stevens. Do you feel like you put Kyle in a position now where you can maybe take advantage and get this win?
I think so. We really needed that caution to have the fuel to get to the end, but Skittles Camry's been so fast all day. He's done such an amazing job. We just need a little bit of luck to pull this one off.
You're a big advocate of just getting the points you can. You cool if he just stays in third, or would you? I know you want him to go for the win.
This is the Brickyard. All that goes out the window. We'll worry about points next week. We got to get a trophy today.
There you go, Rick. Points go out the window. The win at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, a little more important than all that.
Absolutely. Austin Dillon with a pretty impressive run. He's in the 9th position.
This team's starting to run better. Every week they're starting to get better. They're qualifying better and they're racing better.
The 21 of Ryan Blaney. Oh, so close to getting the win in the Xfinity Series yesterday. Fell just one spot short. Kyle Busch was able to get by him on the last lap to take the lead, but that young man, a very promising career in front of him.
Best way to forget about yesterday is have a good day today.
And another young driver that will be filling the seats of Jeff Gordon's car in 2016, Chase Elliott. Pretty impressive run. He is 18th. When we come back to the stripe, it will be 14 laps to go.
Listen, there's no saving right now. This is racing hard. You got to get your track position. If you get your track position, have a good restart, then maybe save a little bit, but you got to go hard right now.
Have a good restart. That's going to be the key right here is this restart.
Kyle Busch continuing to clean the tires, warm them up as he comes down the front stretch. Kevin Harvick on the outside. Carl Edwards on the inside. We're back to racing at the Brickyard. 14 laps to go.
Great restart by Harvick.
Carl Edwards up the racetrack sideways as he got into the 22. Not a good restart for Carl Edwards. He starts to fall back.
All that track position, it's gone. Strategy's gone now. You lost so much track position, it'll be almost impossible to get it back.
After starting on the pole, he's dropped way back, almost out of the top 10. Kevin Harvick in front of Kyle Busch. Can Kyle Busch complete the sweep at the Brickyard today?
Carl's continuing to have a problem. He got stuck on the outside. There's no grip up there. Getting into turn threes, continuing to lose spots. Went from having a chance to win the race to just surviving and try to get a top 15.
What happens is you have that problem, you go to the back, now the tires are on top of you. But the front of this group, Kyle Busch has had a great car all day long. He's never been in position to really see the leader, to see if he could push his car. Here he is, 13 to go, trying to run down Kevin Harvick.
Fighting for spots, into the grass, goes the 88 around, he goes, he'll get, oh, so close to turn one wall, and the caution comes out. He does kiss the wall with the right rear. All the way down into the grass on the inside of turn one, he slides up and hits the wall.
Just these restarts are so aggressive. Everybody's trying to get some while they can. A lot of guys have new tires in the back of the pack trying to make some moves. Just very aggressive. He's all the way in the grass in turn one.
Let's look back to what just happened. See the 88. Earnhardt Jr. be trying to make his way back to pit road.
Well, he turns to go, and there's Casey Kane's underneath him. He never knew Kane was there. Now he's in the grass with the splitter. Some people behind him will probably have to pit because that grass will be on the grills.
And remember, on the pit stop, they had a problem with the left side. They couldn't change the left rear tire because they had a problem with the gun. And so they had to go with the front tire changer's gun to change it. So that's why he was mired back in traffic. And this is what the result is. Brian Scott avoiding in the 33. We ride along with him.
Hold the brake.
He just never knew Casey was there. He turned left, he saw a hole, he knew he had to get to the bottom. If he didn't, he was going to lose a lot of positions. Sometimes you make a move out of desperation. That's what that was. He just turned left. His teammate was there in the spot.
Right front tire is flat. He's on pit road to get that changed. Not as much debris on the front as you would have expected going through the grass.
And this is why when we talk about pit strategies and fuel windows and all those things that come into it, you just have to roll the dice, take a gamble. It doesn't work out. You have to be willing to lose, to run a pit strategy, to pit with 39 to go, knowing you cannot make it on fuel. We heard Darian Grubb say, well, the 19 of Carl Edwards, they felt good about it, but the 4 of Kevin Harvick, Rodney Childers knew they can't go 39 laps when he pitted, yet he sticks to his guns. That's what wins do for you. That's what a championship does for you. It gives you confidence to make aggressive calls, and if they don't work out, you can move on to the next race.
Dave.
And guys, I asked Rodney, hey, can we talk to you and talk to you about the strategy in the end of the race? He said, you know something? He said, the last time that happened, it didn't work out so well for us. So can I pass? I said, absolutely. We'll just talk about your race car. He said earlier it was really, really good, and obviously he's led so many laps today. That was one of the reasons why they didn't want to go off their strategy and do something different. When you have a great race car, that allows you to do more things, including play the fuel mileage game. Remember, they started out 3 laps short. Steve, you mentioned it. There was no way that they were going to be able to do it. These cautions set them up for Kevin's second Brickyard win.
Sometimes things look lucky. What they are is calculated risk, calculated gambles. They understand how many cautions we normally get in the last 20 laps here. That doesn't mean you're going to have it, but you have to play these statistics. And it's hard to do. I've made this decision. I ran out of gas last year at Las Vegas, off turn 2, 1 lap to go. Dale Jr. and I ran out of gas coming to the checkered flag in the World 600 at Charlotte. You have to be willing to lose a race. That's the best way to try to win a race.
Kevin Harvick last was in victory lane in Phoenix this year. He's had 6 second-place finishes. He wants to eliminate that idea and get back to victory lane. Here was their radio moments ago.
Using our worst mileage of the day, you're good, right to the very end. If we use our best mileage, we're about 1 lap to the good, and that's not counting anything you save.
So that's the go light. That's green light, go. Don't worry about fuel. Go as hard as you can go. Don't worry about it.
There's nothing worse I can imagine than be the leader who decides to save gas, end up second, and have more than enough gas when you get done. You know, I would rather run out of gas leading the Brickyard 400 down the backstretch and run 20th than run second and have saved too much gas, Marty.
Well, Steve, let's check in with Todd Gordon, the crew chief for Joey Logano, sitting in third. Joey's always good at restarts. What do you think he has for the guys up front?
I give him a shot. When it comes to restarts, he's pretty awesome at it. So see what we can do. Front stretch is pretty tight here, but see if we can push the 18 out there a little bit and work with him.
How's the car been on that last run?
You know, it's all about getting the clean air. That's the biggest thing. So the aggressiveness on these restarts, I think, gives him a shot to make some spots and see what we do with it.
I think it's going to be fun to watch Joey Logano, who has been very strong all day long on restarts. He'll be on that inside. I'm wondering, Jeff, you think he can make some hay and get around those 2 guys in front?
Well, from what I've seen lately, that inside scares me a little bit. I mean, we've seen cars lose the back of them, have to chase them up, cause wrecks. So, you know, that inside line just has not worked well on restarts.
Martin races to his inside. They touch at the stripe. It's Harvick.
The 2001 season is one I'll never forget.
It doesn't get much better than this. An Earnhardt carrying an American flag around the racetrack.
Now you can relive it race by race, week by week.
And Jeff Gordon has locked up the championship.
From the moments that tested us to the moments that brought us together. Relive the 2001 NASCAR Cup Series season on the NASCAR channel. Wow.
Mark Martin alongside Dale Earnhardt.
4 wins in a row.
I feel like I've got it all right now.
There's nothing like winning races.
Rick, and you can imagine the disappointment for Carl Edwards and his team. They had a shot to win the Brickyard 400, restarted second on that last restart and fell back all the way through the field. So what they're going to do here, Darren Grubbs made the call for 4 fresh tires and fuel just to make sure they can make it all the way to the end. And also disappointment today for Tony Stewart, who looked like he might have a shot to win this race. Stewart pits here as well. We'll see if these fresh tires help out. See if you like this call for these guys pitting 10 to go. I know it's giving up some track position, but at least they'll have fresh rubber.
Well, at this point, I think, you know, the decisions have been made. You know, there's nothing you can do but come in and try to get tires and try to salvage the best finish. You have to go back home and look at what point you feel you made a mistake on your strategy. It's very hard to call these races correctly. And you have to understand, because next week at Pocono, we're going to start to see a lot of the same strategies. Then we go to Watkins Glen, and a lot of the same strategies again. So even though this is a big race and you're going to be disappointed, the most important thing from here, Marty, is they have to learn from it to understand where their race went wrong.
We heard Adam Stevens earlier say, we're not so worried about points. We'd love to win the Brickyard. He's running second right now. He'd like to get more points than second. 27 points behind 30th. He's gained 31 points today. And since the last 5 races that he's run, he's gained 146 points on 30th. Of course, that includes 3 of the last 4 races he's been to victory lane.
Yeah, that's how you earn a lot of points, is winning races. And you know, that's one thing about these guys. I think of all the cars up here, you look at all these teams that have wins, they need points. So these cautions, in my eyes, the 18 car is the happiest team out there. You know what? If the 4 ran out of fuel, that's really disappointing because they don't win the Brickyard 400. But if the 18 runs out of fuel, they could miss a chance to win a championship. So for me, these cautions was the biggest advantage going to Kyle Busch.
Restart's going to come out with 8 laps to go. For the latest NASCAR news and highlights from this weekend at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, don't miss NASCAR Victory Lap. That's tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN. The strategy continues to play even though we'll only have 8 laps to go. Here's what the 78 team and Martin Truex Jr. had to say.
All right, I ain't telling you what to do, but the 4 car's over here. And Kevin says if you will push him on this start, then whenever y'all get off of 1, you'll be in second. Just letting you know what he's saying. Gonna try, bud.
Kevin Harvick, he wants the 78, pushing him at the green flag. So the 4 car, you may see him lag back just a little bit, let the 78 get to his rear bumper, give a signal to the 78, his left hand out the window, give a signal, the 78 go, and push the 4 and try to beat the 18 and the 22 to the inside. We've seen all the last few restarts, the inside hadn't been good. They want to roll the outside.
The one thing that's going to happen, though, is Kyle Busch is to his left. He will see that. If he wants to take a look over his right shoulder.
No, he can't. You can't see. You cannot. If
you're not going to be able to see the guy to the right?
If you're side by side with a guy, you literally cannot turn your head far enough to see. If you're side by side, if you fall back a little bit, you can see. But with the headrest and everything else, you cannot see.
We'll see if this strategy plays out for Kevin Harvick, trying to use the 78 to push him into turn number 1. Kyle Busch will restart second on the inside. Behind him will be Joey Logano.
I'm sure Logano is going to be trying to push the 18 of Busch too.
Continue to clean the tires off. 8 laps to go after the restart. Kevin Harvick on the outside. Kyle Busch on the inside. Green flag back in the air. 8 to go. Kyle Busch with a great restart. He's going to try to take the lead, and he will take it away from Kevin Harvick before they get out of turn 1.
22 and 18 did a much better job of getting hooked up and pushing.
What an incredible restart by the 18 of Kyle Busch. He's back out in front at the Brickyard.
Joey Logano did a great job of getting latched up to the 18 and pushing him, getting him in front of the 4 car. The 78 did not do as good of a job pushing the 4.
The 4 has been so strong. He's led 75 laps today of the 152 that we've run. Kyle Busch has only led 8. He wants to lead the most important. As they cross the yard of bricks, 7 laps to go.
Oh, Harvick did a smart thing right there. He stayed in his line to see if he can make it work off of 1. No, he can't.
Here comes Joey Logano. He's closed the gap between himself and Harvick.
The 18 blocked the 4 car and entered the corner really low. The 4 car stayed high to try to get his apex where he wanted it, hoping the 18 would have to pinch his car off and not be able to leave 1 well, but the 18 did a good job of keeping that spot.
Kyle Busch looking for the sweep at the Brickyard. He won the Xfinity race yesterday. He's won 3 of the last 4 races in the Sprint Cup Series. Looking to make that 4 out of 5. Their goal, to gain as many points as possible. You do that by winning the race.
The 4 car has been leading this race for a long time. It's the first time he's been behind somebody. You know, we talked about it early in the race. Sometimes being behind, you're able to adjust your car and really know what you need when you are behind. But when you lead, it's very difficult to make those changes because you don't even know what changes you need to make.
Steve, as aggressive as they're running, do we have to worry about anyone potentially running out of fuel?
I don't think you're going to have to worry about anybody near the front. We've had so many cautions here in this last fuel run. These guys are usually very, very good on the yellow, shutting the car off, saving fuel. I think it's all about hitting his marks and, like Jeff said, adjusting his car. Harvick has to, whatever switches he can do, whether it's tire blowers, move the track bar up and down. Some way he has to try to compensate. But this 18 car has been so strong all day. They've never had lead. Now they have it, and the caution's back out.
Just walk towards the center of the high lane there.
And we will have another restart. Debris on the racetrack brings the caution out for the 8th time. A lot of damage to quite a few cars today, and it looks as though some of that repair work has come off.
And you have to be careful why that looks like it might just be decal or tape. The tape nowadays actually can have aluminum in it, or you can tape a piece of aluminum on it. At the speed that these guys are running, you can't assume that's a piece of tape. We're going to have to take a look here and see where it came from.
Off the 13.
You see it's off the nose of the 13. As it blows in the air, you see it's both white and black. So you don't know as a spotter, one of NASCAR spotters around the racetrack, if that has metal in it, not metal in it. I think it comes down to having to do the right thing. But now, Jeff Burton, what line do you choose?
Well, I think it depends on who's behind you. We saw Logano give Busch a great push. Does Busch want to put himself in that same position where Logano can help him? But again, now that would put, if you start on the outside, that puts your teammate of Hamlin behind you. So difficult choice coming.
Looks like Kyle's trying to draft off the pace car right now. Brett Bodine driving the pace car here at Indianapolis. Take a look at this last restart, the way Kyle got the lead.
So right here, the 22 pulls right up to the 18, makes contact, actually hits him. Look how far the 78 is away from the 4. That hit from the 22 is what propelled the 18 in front of the 4. That's the communication between the guy in second and the guy in third, understanding what you both needed. That helped Joey Logano also. It gave Joey Logano a chance to get his best finish. He wasn't just trying to help Kyle Busch, he was trying to help himself. So that's what's difficult right now for Kyle Busch. You have a guy in Logano that just did exactly what you wanted to do. Do you start on the inside and let him do it again, or do you give Harvick the outside, which is what he wanted? Harvick's going to have somebody else. Now he's got Hamlin behind him. Can Hamlin do a better job than what Truex was able to do? That's a question we don't know. Nobody knows. That's the guess that Busch has got to try to make.
You mentioned communication. Here was the communication with the 18 team.
Save me all you can. Deep breath here. We can do this. Focus forward.
Focus
as he
forward.
shuts off the car.
Focus forward. Don't look at that mirror, just look out of the front windshield.
Adam Stevens, crew chief for Kyle Busch, on this incredible run that they have had in the past 4 races. The last time we had 4 wins, 3 or more straight wins in a single season, it was Jimmy Johnson in 2007. Jeff Gordon has done it as well back in 1998. Not the finish Jeff Gordon was looking for in his final Indianapolis Motor Speedway race.
This race is far from over. Let's be clear. Kyle Busch, what he's done and the position he's put himself in and his team is unbelievable. I don't think anybody, Kyle Busch's largest supporter in the world, would not believe that he could win the races that he's won over the last month. What they've done is unbelievable, and it's really uncharted territory. I am convinced that Kyle Busch's injury actually helped him in a strange way. When you have something and it's taken away from you, it means more to you. Kyle has come with a vengeance to prove that he's the race car driver that he is, to prove that he can overcome adversity, and he's got me convinced. There's no question he knows what he's doing.
And it's not on the racetrack that I'm convinced. I've seen him make magic with race cars before. It's out of the race car. You know, it's his demeanor. It's his communications on the radio. It's when he walks through the